This is Country 102, 836. You're listening to the Louie, Herron Toyota Weekend Kickoff. And we were talking in that last break about why it's a great time of the year to look at a pre-owned car. And Louie, one point I brought up to you because, I have to have stuff explained to me like I'm a 3-year-old because sometimes I am. But I was in a movie somewhere. Explain it to me like I'm a 3-year-old.
Right.
But anyway, the point I was having, I say, okay, well, if it's going to be worth less, if that used car is going to be worth less in January because the new books are coming out and everything, well, why am I going to get it cheaper in December? And the point is that the customer or the accountant is probably going to get it, and if you're not going to take the loss twice.
Right. So the question was, wait a minute. So if the car is going to be worth less in January, then why would I buy it in December? Why don't I just wait in January and get it when it's less? Well, the reality is it won't be less because what we do is we take the hit in December at year end, and we're not going to take a hit 2 times. Once we take it, we took it. Okay. So it's an opportunity for you to get it.
So when January rolls around, hey, I got this much in this car. I don't care what the book says.
Exactly.
This is it. But it's December. Hey, if I'm going to take the hit to accountant, I might as well take 80% or 50% of the hit to the customer and get a customer.
You always want to take the hit to the customer. And I know consumers may not understand that, though, but if you're going to take a wholesale hit at the auction or you have to write down a car, the reality is you don't get anything in return for that. Long term, you always want to, if you've got somebody who wants to buy the car and it's going to be bought at a loss, and I know a lot of consumers don't think, oh, you don't sell cars for losses. I promise you we do. We sell them every single day for losses because remember, just like customers have negative equity, all of our trade-ins, all of our used cars, we trade for them today. If we still have them 60 days from now, the book's dropped. We've got negative equity in like 50 cars. And so sometimes you can't get the money because, the information on the internet is telling you the car is worth X and it's not telling you what it's worth now, what we traded for, 60 days ago. It's telling you it's worth less.
Sure.
So you're not going to offer us money that's worth more. So the reality is it's a great time because we're going to take that hit. All these used cars start coming to the end of its time, and you should take advantage of that as a consumer. But when you're talking about new cars, now when we talk about year-end deals, you're looking at the manufacturer, Nissan, Lexus, to remember, Toyotathon. You've got all these different events that are going on. The thing that makes year-end so special is because the urgency from the manufacturer is at an all-time high. Now, the dealership always have urgency because we got to pay bills. We've got to make sure commissions are paid, payrolls met. We got to make sure that profits are there, investing back in the community. We have that urgency every month. But see, the manufacturer, they have urgency that really kicks in at year-end because that's when they determine this is how many cars we said we were going to build. This is how many that we've been shipped. We have got way more Versas on the ground and only 30 days left. Okay, throw another incentive on the Versa. Hurry up. We've got to wholesale these cars, get these dealers to want them. So a Nissan dealer sitting with 2 Versas on the lot and there's a $1,000 rebate. The manufacturer sees that all of a sudden they've got 40,000 Versas at the port. They got 20 days left to get rid of those Versas to hit that number and get rid of the production because they know they're going to be worth less because it's a year later. Right? Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, they put out a $4,000 incentive on Versa. Now the dealer goes, $4,000? We only have a $1,000 incentive. I could sell those cars. You know what kind of budget I could put together, what kind of payment that could be for my customers that come in on a brand new car that's an import? Man, let me get some. So all of a sudden, dealers start scrambling. Hey, they're calling the manufacturer. They're calling other dealers. I need some Versas because now they're looking at, with a $4,000 discount, I could sell 20 of those this month, hit my new car number, and all of a sudden we can hit our bonuses. Does that make sense?
Sure. And you speak of bonuses. We talked last week about end of the year and some of the contests or whatever you want to call them that you're involved in. So I guess end of the year is a big deal there too.
Well, the thing that you have to understand too is, like, for a great example, we have, like at the Toyota dealership, we have sold a lot of used cars this year and really has slacked off a little bit on new cars, believe it or not. But we have an incentive in Las Vegas, but we have to be at 110% of the number deemed by Toyota that was given to us at the beginning of the year. Well, we came into November, the beginning of November, at 89% of that number, tracking 89% of that number. And we have been selling 40 new cars a month or whatever the case may be. And mathematically, the only way we could get that number is we'd have to sell 65, 70 new cars November, 70 new cars in December. Well, we don't sell 70 new cars every month. In fact, we've only sold over 70 one time in 4.5 years. Mm-hmm. That tells you the kind of feat it is. Well, I talk to my guys and tell them, look, this is what we need to do. We need to hit that number. So here is your bonus. Well, guess what? Last month we sold 68 new Toyotas. All of a sudden, and so guess what? This month their goal is 75 new Toyotas, and I would imagine they're going to hit it. So what does that mean for you, the consumer that's listening? They're not going to increase new car volume by making more gross profit on people. I promise you. They're going to start giving these cars away to hit that number because they do the math. They say, wait a minute, if I sell 20 more new cars and there's a $3,000 bonus for us managers out there, and I realize if I don't sell those cars and the commission, if I sell less, pays me $2,100 as far as bonus is concerned, I'm leaving $900 on the table. Well, if the boss doesn't care, he's willing to pay the bonus, I don't care. I'm going to sell the cars because I'm going to end up making more money if I give them away.
Yep, gotcha.
So what happens is the managers start going, hey, sales team, I don't care what deal you've ever had on a new Toyota. Bring me the deal. I don't care if they're in Warner Robins, Macon, or Florida. I want to see it. Most of the time, we wouldn't want to sell a car out of the marketplace because you're not going to get them back for service. You're not going to be able to build a lifetime customer. In scenarios like this, these guys will sell cars in Kentucky. They don't care right now.
Louie Herron Toyota Weekend Kickoff. And so we've established that it is the best time of the year to lease a car. It is probably the best time of the year to buy a pre-owned car, and it's an unbelievably great time to buy a new car.
That's exactly right.
So, yes, get in there and do it, and this is the time to do it during the Toyotathon and the year-end specials going on. We'll be back with Louie Herron in just a moment. Yes, we do. Country 102, WKZR, with sounds of the season here for you.